What's up, everybody? I'm Dustin. This is Champ House Motorsports, and we are working on my daughter's race car and her trailer. I'm just going to give you a little update. This is just a brief video to show you what I got going on. I'm going to call this one, only because I've seen I'm just using broke and poor. I saw that on someone's race car, and it's just funny. He had really nice race cars, really nice shops, so it's just funny to me. But this is my broken poor episode, because that's basically what it is. I mean, these things are crazy expensive, so I'm doing what I can to push a dime to a dollar. We'll call it that. All right, here's what I got going on. All right, so you see this crack right here. Apparently this car, before we got it, was in a crash. They all crashed. I watched qualifying this week at New Smyrna. I don't know what I was getting myself into. I should have stuck with the dirt car, because there's like 25 of these, and some of them were, racing for Joe Gibbs, and what am I thinking, right? But, okay, so this crack here, you can put vinyl over that, you can bond to it, whatever. I'm gonna send it, we'll wait and get a new body when we really need it. So you can see right here, the body has been fixed already. And yeah, I mean, so that wet stuff, I refiberglassed right there. So reglassed that. And then over here in the back, probably rubbing is racing, bumping and bruising. And then same thing over here, got a wet spot. Oh, it's running, I just touched it. Fiberglassed it from the inside there. I'll have to go around and oh, that one's still wet. I used some old fiberglass I had from when I was trying to do a boat transom. And that one might not dry. We'll see. Oh man, and then right here, it's sticky. My hands are sticky now. This one, same thing. Patched it under there. Got to do some cutting and grinding. And then this whole lip, you see how it's like that? That whole lip was completely gone all the way around. So I reglassed all that, cut and grind, same thing. Hopefully that all works well. Hopefully it doesn't delaminate. So those are the spots that I fiberglassed. Man, this stuff's all over my hand now. Crap. Actually these little shop towels work pretty good for fiberglass for some reason. I did some things on the seat trying to make it secure. You see down in there, I ground the edges are round, so there's no sharp edges that could cut the belts. Ground those. That's why the window's out. Like I said, the gauges, I did have to get a new master switch. I already put in a new master switch for the battery thing. Make sure the battery's off right now. I can just reach through here. I put a new kill switch. Anyways, yeah, new kill switch. Y'all have seen the wiring. That's all done. Put a new switch in it. Where was it? I don't know. Just like, it wasn't this switch. It was a more expensive switch. But anyways, it went bad. That was the master power to everything. Replaced that, and we're waiting on some clutch bolts to put the clutch back in, and then that's all set. We'll go out here, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Still deciding. I got a 454 and a LQ9. Whenever I get time. So here's our race trailer that I've been working on. I'll go over this. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up real quick. Okay, as you can see, so I drilled this hole. This was the scariest thing ever, is cutting the hole in my brand new trailer. This is just an adapter to run on this small generator right now. So this is 120 30 amps. I was thinking about doing 240 30 amps, but for now, since I can use this little generator, since it is quieter, got the adapter on it because it's the 3-prong, whatever. Come around to here, and this is what I've been working on. So my wife wanted an area to chill. I'll back up. She wanted a door there, but I'm just gonna hang one of those clear curtains, like race car stuff. I've had some teak from a boat that I had, and put some stuff here. I think I should wire tie that up. So these are rock lights. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 8. Let's see, 4, 5, 6 rock lights, 7, 8 right there. So those are just like mood lighting, just because I had them and I wanted to use them. I blew the fuse. I don't know. I still got to do some wiring, but I got a Sony Bravo TV in here. We're gonna just run an antenna or what's it called? Yeah, over the air or whatever. So right here, anyone that's paused and read that, that's gonna be out the door. I need to take the plastic cover out. So when you're walking out the door, that's what you see. I got these lights on Amazon. They were 50 bucks for 6 of them, something like that. Yeah, 6 of them. So I hung 3 down this side. It's kind of a weird, but that way I got light here and here. It's very bright in here. Originally, I was gonna try to light this thing with rock lights. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I got 2 right here. I'm gonna go ahead and order another set, and I'm just gonna run them all the way down on both sides, and then maybe 1 in the front up there. So 1 more here, two more, and then I'll have 2 left. So 1 there and 1 somewhere else. And then I wired it. Everything is 30 amp wire, so I can run 30 amps on every plug. It's 30 amp wire, 20 amp plugs. Painted the thing, hated painting. Didn't do too bad getting stuff on the floor. Originally, I was like, I didn't care because we were gonna put this gym mat and the whole thing. This stuff is a pain to cut. I gotta clean it. It's a pain to cut, it's super heavy, and I was like, it's gonna add another 1,000 pounds to the trailer. And I don't know if I need to do that. I might just get the thin mat for this. Here's another chair. It's moldy because it's been out in the yard. The top side is clean. It's clean. I cleaned that, just didn't clean. Anyways, that's like a flip out chair for a boat. I'm gonna mount that. So this is the setup. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 outlets, 5 outlets. 5 outlets. I got all that wired. My winch, I still got to put a plate under the beam so the winch doesn't pull the board up. That is one thing I still got to do. But the winch comes out there, and then it goes through this hole. I don't know if I'll have to use a pulley for the angles or whatever, but you can see I could have ended my wall here with a sheet of wood, and it still would have touched, so I guess it doesn't matter. Or if I would have made my wall shorter, but I wanted a certain size door opening. I'm still not sure. I might still, I don't know. We'll see how well. Got to put an air conditioner in. It's not really meant for an air conditioner or one of those fans. Conduit goes across there into the wall. I didn't do the whole siding and insulation. There's actually a really big air gap in between this wood. So in here is the breaker panel. Still cleaning things up. So there's that plug that goes to the generator. There's the rock light thing. I would like to clean up the wiring more because I'm a wiring freak sometimes, but so there's that. It's just, it's just shielded wire. I'm not really worried about it. Here's the breaker panel in there. So I could run 220 if I wanted to. You just run to one of them outlets. And then I have this, 3 battery charger. Those are really nice chargers right there. Got to wire that in. The battery, I know it's not a vented battery. So there's the winch setup. Runs through there. Just took a drill bit and drilled some holes, mounted that plate. Battery sitting over there, wired up to the rock lights and all that. Luckily, the winch does have a remote. I just had this old toolbox right here. I stuck it in, bolted it down. It's bolted. It actually works pretty well because there's a handrail to help get in. So that's kind of nice. Plenty of working space. I think, as we go, we'll learn what the trailer needs. But I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm just gonna get the wall where these snap in, because I was thinking about just screwing them down to the shelf. I need somewhere to put like power steering pump, starter, that kind of thing. So right here, we're gonna put a like a futon. That way we can have a couch and sit. Mainly the girls sit while I'm busting my butt trying to keep the girl on the track. And then we can fold it into a bed and we can sleep on the bed when we travel. That was the whole idea of lopping this area off and putting the curtain. That way we can put an air conditioner. Even if I put a portable unit, the reason why I put an outlet inside of here is so I could run a portable air conditioner or That battery charger needs a plug too though. So we can charge the batteries as we go. Trailer is 30 feet, 8.5 feet wide. It's only 80 inches in between the fenders, and I have yet to put the car in here. We'll see how that goes. So I put these D-rings, and then I had a roll of bungee cord, so we can just strap things in as we need it. I have a bigger air compressor, but the generator that I have out there won't power the bigger air compressor until we put the actual 3-prong, 30 amp generator in here. But that right there runs through. It's kind of nifty. You always need tables. The table is out in the yard for forever. It works, but it holds the table. Normally, we used to use ratchet straps. If we're going on a long trip, of course, I'm going to use ratchet straps on the D-rings. D-rings here and here, and then I ran this cable. I know this bungee cord is not going to hold that, but it will hold it to our home racetrack. It will be fine going to our home racetrack. Other than that, we'll put real straps on it, helmet hanger, some shelves. This shelf is actually upside down. The reason I put it like this is because stuff doesn't roll off. It's a little tall. I might actually lower it because I have to what's up there, you know what I mean? It's hard to see what's up there. This little spark plug holder, I need to get one more. And spark plugs, I thought it was cool. It was like $6, so I bought it. Anyways, I do want to get one of the shelves that this company makes for like brake cleaner and stuff like that. But this is the trailer, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's nice. I figured I'm gonna keep this trailer for a long time. Hopefully one day I can finish my car and then do a little test and tunes, stuff like that. However I build the car eventually. Right now my daughter's racing is the most important. My son's in college. If you have a kid in college and a kid that races, and you do 99% of it by yourself, it's a huge undertaking. It's a huge undertaking. So I'm pretty proud of this trailer, and I think it's pretty sick. So what do y'all think? Let me know. If you guys could like, subscribe, and I never get any comments, but whatever. I'm like the oddball out. It's all good. This is my trailer build. What do y'all think? Thanks for watching, and hopefully soon, 2 weeks, we're gonna be racing. So clutch bolts come in, and then we're gonna go practice, and I'll have videos on that. And then maybe in between, I can actually start working on some other stuff. So this is Champ House Motorsports. I'll catch y'all later. I'm Dustin. See ya.